teleport to get away, and we'll do so.
Tex here is the early warning system. Cortesia's head goes rolling. Sato here able to pick up the pieces, though, and that is some sharp shooting from the young Brazilian gun. What an addition, already on the board in a big way.
Credit to Tex too. Did a ton of damage, connected more sheriff shots after that initial headshot. Now Sato, we have, for good reason, been raving about his Yoru. By the numbers, clearly his best agent, but number 2 has been raised, so could definitely see him thrive here.
Artazine here, obviously, not faring well early in the round, chunked down to 61 already, and Oki towards Baby Dawn, now that's smoked off. Looks like Aspas rotating back over towards that tree side, but Sato has been plucked out. Artazine able to get off scot-free.
Yep, taking an early peek towards tree, and now simple, but so effective. Both of those duelists stacked up double. Face, dismantle Lev as they swing around the corner.
We're looking at like that early rubble fight, but we're not dealing with breach neon, right? It's not nearly that level of explosive. MIBR try and fall back bit by bit and sort of maybe try and take picks as they do. Play behind that sort of controller util if they can.
Yeah, and of course you're going to see Artazine being proactive in the way he was, just trying to take early fights, be able to teleport away late.
Yeah, it's likely plotted for that. MIBR, of course, here really just trying to build their way back into the game. Aspas lingers and is able to find Tex towards B. That opens up some retake avenues. Looks like it's going to be Waterfall and Halls. Late wrap here from Shen. I don't know if he's going to be involved when he needs to be. And Artazine and Aspas both get snapped as they try and come out from Waterfall. Still a two-pronged approach here from MIBR, but they're low on numbers here. And Shenham has already lost the element of surprise. Waiting around that corner is going to be Calm. Tucked here. A little bit of an off angle, but Shenham is able to adjust and find him. Okeano's taken down through the boxes. Now it's on King, but he's healthy. Finds his third spot.
And even still, yeah, look at the amount of util invested to get rid of him. Aspas fighting now with Artazine, swinging back in. These are great duels.
But we want to see Aspas tucked here, trying to confuse. Blast pack thrown down, maybe to knock him off trajectory, but he does get brought down. And there's King again, working 2 sides simultaneously. That late lurk towards the B side has been awkward for MIBR to deal with, and it's definitely drawing some attention.
Look at that awareness. Lovely from King.
He's Verno moving up, but up in his face is Sato, waiting for that exact opportunity. And this pretty methodical way of working the map has definitely been in favor of Leviatán. Artazine did return to A, quick enough to get a kill, but now he's going to salvage the round. Good flash, though. Works through Tex. Another one to get him in, but he isn't aware of the double up over towards Link.
Oh, is fully committing to this right now?
He's going to get
stuck. They don't expect it.
Not too bad. 2 kills, that's something to work with. Artazine does not want to commit in the same fashion. Happy enough that Leviatán have been cut down to 2 players. Tokianos and Tex. And it might be our 3 to work with. I don't hate the idea of Tex trying to get ahead of the curve. Like that harebrained push upstairs last round. It doesn't work out. It's one of the newcomer here to salvage.
It shouldn't really be possible. This should be easy for MIBR to close out, and that is the case. Artazine sprays him.
Here because Artazine for free can post up here and maybe gate crash out. He's got the op as well to play against contact, and I think Sato tried to tease that wall out, but out in the open, it's risky business.
Unable to deal with it, and you called it out. Artazine had just been patiently waiting towards B the entire round with the op out of the timeout, just throwing something new into the mix.
But that's all it has been, right? It's been a quiet contact from, you know, either Tex or, you know...
Going to come, dangerous for Cortesia on that jump. Ignite Fall going to connect onto 1, but Sato just failed early again, 2 rounds in a row.
Verno just seems to be ahead of it there. A bit of a weird off angle out in the open. He's going to be blinded up. And the Steel Garden should be enough to quell any aggression, but Calm is caught on the wrong side of the vice wall. Fortunately, he's able to yeet the spike back over it just in time.
Oh, but Artazine picks up the angle that Tex wants to re-peek on. All right, Oki does get 1 trade, so reasonable enough that Lev could try to claw their way back into this round. Double high-low setup is really nice, though, from MIBR if Lev tried to walk in.
Shadow plank from upper now. Just a bit of an attempted double swing. Omen TP. Oki trying to see what's good at A. And he's going to draw some attention over here. MIBR not quite convinced yet, but Okeanos is serious about this, folks. Get that plant down. At least King is still alive, so can work this Viper wall. And look at these, drawn 2 players over, but I like the read from MIBR. Deal with the late flank Viper first, if you can. But King, tough to topple. And that has really flipped the script on this round. It's on Artazine.
It's got to be so frustrating for MIBR, but King getting exposed there. Artzin could clutch things up. This is a round. It feels like they should have won. Maybe he can make that a reality.
Arzin sticks it. Big fight here for Okeanos, and Arzin too clean with it, up to 12 and 6 now. Despite though he's committed towards his A side of the map, it is where Lev want to end. Cortezia gets his pound of flesh and eventually has to bow out of the round, and that's an interrupted spike plant, but King's able to find a trade, pushing up in that stairs direction. And now MIBR starting to get shut off the site, and there's that post-plant Viper's Pit we were looking for.
Yeah, Verno tries to time and get in early, but King is too ready. Aspas with that first kill, taking a lot of decay at the moment, though low on HP. Spike planted for the remaining two Lev players. It should be easy for them to win this out, but it is the GOAT in the 1v2.
Aspas dipping in and out. Eventually, though, just has to tap it. Right now, Lev just trying to diligently make sure he's not skirting around the edges of this pit. And that's about that. Aspas really not in a position to do much about this. That snake bite forces him off. He'll step up again, but now he has to be pretty committed about this. The Viper's Pit does fall, as does Aspas.
Rotated and beat Lev to this site. Time has dwindled significantly.
Oh,
good
what?
Opener from Sato, though. Mental shot.
Genom might have to go big here.
There's still only 15 seconds, and
Cloud9,
MIBR
hello?
over there.
All right, wall
Pivot
comes
to
up,
B.
and here's the pivot over towards B. Makes sense, but Cortezia is tucked in the corner and has to reveal himself in order to get rid of Tex. Oki now activates over towards the A side of the map. Cortezia finding a second, though, down to 33. Spike does get stuck, and King's going to stand tall now as Aspas has to peer around the corner, but the spacing, the timing's not there, and King does it yet again. He has to double-check that this isn't a bait for an A play. And he's hit with a paranoia. That is going to slow him right up, and all of Levitan have to play from Link here. Tex emerges, finds his first, but Verno doubles down on the side. It's Okeanos, though, getting his two and looking for more. Very, very low, and the sole player left, Arzin, puts him to bed.
Good utility coming forward. Wants to anchor this hard, though.
Now, you've really got to have a white-knuckle grip on the mouse in situations like this, and King gets his kill and gets off the site safely. Sato now sets up, but Levitan still want to play more of that retake approach here, allowing MIBR in.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. This plant still hasn't gone down. No nade for Sato to deny it, however.
Oki jiggling.
They want to bait out util. They want to bait out some swings, but they're not going to come. Spike drop has to be recovered. Time is getting so low.
Aspas has to plant. That's not where they want to be at all, and he's trying to dance a headshot angle, and he's handled. Leviathan back in the game here.
Rarely, but they're now working their way back. Again, time is so low. There's 18 seconds. Molly at the choke. Aspas isolated.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh, you hate it. Normally you like your own brand, but that's not what Aspas was looking for there. And it's King to step up once more. Heavy's the head that wears the crown, but his has the chin up. Arzin, what do you do? Sit and wait and hold on to that outlaw buddy, who aware that Arzin is lurking, lingering, hanging over him like a Damascus sword, and wants to appear here, but he's got flat. Okeanos handled him.
Oh, wow. Nightfall connects onto multiple players, and Aspas is going for the flag, but King aware at all times when someone is pushing behind.
How many games has King got alongside Aspas? He had a sixth sense for that moment. Sorry, bro, he says, I've seen that one before. Now, Verno, there's no one to ask to support him here. No orders to rattle off. And Okeanos puts him to bed. You might pave the way here for some of that post-plant util setup. That's going to be cleared out, though. Aspas trying to get into upper. Sato waiting around the corner for the frenzied superstar of yore to handle him, but it's a young blood that gets the upper hand. Sato can't handle Cortezia, though, following him up, and it's Genom laying it down. He's at Steel Garden.
Bring them down.
Com playing well and truly off this B side, but of course always a threat with the Odin. Sees and Horn, knows Artisan's there, and he just flattens him. Oh, here for Oki, that is, dirty. Cortezia 8 health, but honestly has bled this clock more than enough, as Com is going to have to walk away and recoup. Clearly, given the hot foot has to back off that, pinged out as well. Artisan lurks in that smoke, and King is not ready for it. Far more advanced than he was expecting. And the op here for Sato looks a bit uncomfortable, so he's traded, getting himself a better weapon for the situation. And Artisan down to the splash damage off that showstopper. Okeanos has intervened at some really important timings over the last couple of rounds. That one, no exception. Now Sato has to work an off angle. Okeanos is low. Gonna smoke things up a little bit now. Some info off an Omen ult here. Tex headshot instantly. Can't get much more done, but Sato here looking for a pop-up move for the young bloke. Gets on this spike. Takes Cortezia out of the round. This myriad crossfire setup to those two. Razorbine's getting thrown out there. Tex for Sato, that's the trade. Nicely done. Tex doesn't move, holds his ground, and it's all on Verno. Getting involved in the comms, leading the charge for MIBR. On the fragging front, though, it's been a quieter map for him. Now has to handle the 3 Leviatan players, and it's not to be. Another 3K for King. 25 frags for the game. And Levitan close out Lotus.
King was just a menace on that map. I think MIBR should have had more rounds on defense. That's where they looked their best. The attack, a little uninspired.
Big exploration into elbow. Now for Leviatan. MIBR trying to drone here out from Lincoln. Tech spotted. Pulls back away from that one-way. Sato got his value, man. Good patience in the round. Yeah, he's got a ghost in his hand. What do you want? Aspas felled in the middle part of the map here. Cortezia are able to handle Tex, who was lingering, of course, around that one-way. And don't tell me he's going to double down. Sato with one more health point than he needs, in fairness. Looking for more in this post plant. Smoke coming out of it towards elbow. That's going to cut the Sova out of the action. Com has to look for another way in. It's King! Stand and deliver, son. Sato dealt with here, but that's the confirmation that Cortezia is the last player. On the other side of this smoke, 3 Lev players in the site, feet up, straight chilling.
You got a lot of damage spamming, but yeah, not going to matter. I can't believe Sato found the kill. Let's be Cortezia in some trouble.
They're really trying to pressure the Cypher position. Arzine steps up though. Not a bad showing from him. King produces the Sheriff. Narzine is out. 45 seconds. Spike in mid here in King's hands.
Oh, look at Tex. He's worked his way all the way up behind Cortezia, who just doesn't know where to look.
Aspas though.
But the spike is in mid. Wait, I didn't even notice that. That's a problem.
That's crazy. You know why that's crazy? Because I just said that.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second. For real?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you serious right now?
They were still hedging a little bit, I suppose, on the idea of moving off the B side. Com here. God, he's got a big job on his hands. Shannon will be holding that line, and it's pretty easy. Bonus here for Lev, and had a couple of stingers mixed in, right? So they can probably stomach the round going this way. Good adjustment there from Shannon. Tex speculating, but no time to get a plant.
He'll take the extra damage. Aspas is the only one living. He's got a 0 in the bank, so he'll be happy to take that Phantom over.
Aspas given a bit of a reprieve there, and now he's going to cast a swing with his solo rifle. Then it's working out. Cortezia is able to find some purchase here as well with the Sheriff. Neural theft
30 seconds left.
Comes at a decent time for a player advantage. MIBR squad, 3 to work with, and they're all converging here over towards the B side of the map.
Sato pinged up, playing across right now with Okeanos tucked into the site by jump up.
It's the 2 newcomers to this Leviathan squad. Okeanos affected by the paranoia, still finds some degree of success. Verno gun down, it's on Sato now, slides across and tears Shenom's head clean off the shoulders. Cortezia is not healthy enough here. Oh, Sato feels it.
Discipline.
Slowly, Sato goes around. Cam set up, it's not going to help you.
Lev intend on fighting into elbow.
Giannis not able to get there. Trades evenly here. Famous the attackers, of course, and look how thinly spread they are. Tex this time doesn't overpick this corner. Wins it out against Verno, and now Aspas and Cortezia have to hot-foot it over to A.
That is the impact kill from Tex.
30 seconds left.
Isolates Verno. Clean shot with the Vandal.
No stick yet.
No, just tapping that spike, expecting maybe someone could swing or to bait something out. Doesn't happen. Dark cover now over onto Link. This stick is for real. The spike's going to go down, tuck backside.
It's just an embarrassing amount of ultimates here for Levitan they're able to hold on to. No need to make use of any of them. Start to snowball this a little bit more. This, of course, was the buy for MIBR.
Oh, no. The timing just...
He wants to try and run rough shot over MIBR on such a round, and Shenham caught by that. And a correction from Sato doesn't come quickly enough. Paranoia also a bit of a problem. This is awkward for Levitan, getting snarled out midway through the site, but Com might have salvaged with from afar a Hunter's Fury, and he's ready for Cortezia to try and dig him on out. Finally, the Operator gets involved in the game. Artisan from Link. Deploying. Okay, boom body of Aspas. Steps up to check manually wider swing from Com, but still seen through by Artisan. Now it's on King. Have a look at that one. Drop the gavel on Artisan. And now he's going to troll his old teammate. Old friends, new foes. Seen this story played out before, and King gets the better of the final boss.
His performance on Lotus was sick.
Okay, null command here signals a pretty fast hit over towards the A side of the map, but Com flattened instantly. Sato, though, the second line, they're not ready for this at all. He's going to find 2 slides across.
He's a maniac.
There was a crossfire upon crossfire waiting for him, but the remainers of Leviatan still look to try and get this one secured. Tell you what, Artisan is just too clean with it. 20 health out of Dream, and he converts. That is bloody disgusting from him. 9 and 6, but he'll have to sit this one out. Sheriff in hand. It's too good with the man. Through the smoke. King is down yet again, cutting head off the snake.
One enemy remaining.
And Cortezia
Spike down.
really rallied by what he's seeing from his teammates now. Steps in, steps up. And it's up to Com to step to the music now. And now they're very much aware of where the initiator is. It's be a double swing here from the remainers at MIBR and get us at least to a 6-3 scenario. 9 rounds in. They've lost Sato. They still want to try and commit, though with some staggered timing. Artazine trying to work his way around the map. Cortezia under big pressure, and Tex is able to find some double or nothing. Verno with the shock darts. Tickles at the feet of Tex, but that is a stick, and here comes Aspas now, flying in. Doesn't even have to enter the side there. Sees Tex on the corner, and the showstopper's enough to account for him. We're even in numbers. Verno jiggling. Okeano spotted out here, and the rest of the players coming in from the backside now, but that setup and Lev for a B main could be huge, and Oki just stands his ground. Oh my goodness, not how MIBR would have seen this round end. I mean, much as Neon often does, traded his life for space for his teammates. Here's King though, waiting for Cortezia to cross the map, and he falls straight into his waiting arms.
Insane ult from Calm. That recon was crazy. That's as calm as a Calm moment gets, to be honest. Oki now on the swing, Aspas. Great shot, but instant trade from Tex. And, well, Lever up 8-3 again. Yep. It's just like what happened before.
Fire plays in the game, guns ready, dimensional drift to give themselves a little bit of advance notice as to what the setup is. Pings on King in the corner now, the paranoia whistles across the side. Com is tucked on that line. 1-for-1, King out of the game here. That util, controller utila off the map. It's going to be Zato tucked here, steps forward, Aspas down with the operator overdrive now. That's a scary prospect. Oh, Little gets frazzled indeed. Zato lights them up.
But they're gonna have to be much better on attack here.
Did this guy crash back the same spot?
The knife catches him, he couldn't get out.
6 suppression there. That is dirty work from Okeano. Artazine had nowhere to go. Ah, brother. Okay, MIBR missed that. Top mid-peak timing, get themselves in a market, but here comes a Razorvine, and Zato lingers long enough there to extract his toll. And MIBR split with the spike. Back in mid, at least Okeanos has been felled.
Yeah, caught on the cross, a little too eager to reposition, but now a good setup from, oh wow, awkward timing potentially with the smoke getting cycled. No, it's okay, King can get back up on the angle, and those players are just weak. One shot required to deal with Shenum. Off, but ready to timing out of this smoke to assist King.
Here we go. Tex on it, South Nerders, Tanner from high school, cuts Verno down, and King finds yet another 3-piece in the round.
So effortless.
Systematically deconstructed.
Overall, but let's see if they can close things out here.
Anyone's going to step up, it's going to have to be Aspas, and he didn't see what was coming. Straight through the smoke, Okeanos handles him, and now Tex is waiting on the Razorvine. There was a clone, and Verno tried to follow it on in. Across the map, Hunter's Fury. I think we've seen enough here. Artazine steps in. Okeanos tries the widest swing, but man, this guy, the one ray of light for this team, if I'm honest with you.
For sure, he has been excellent today. You cannot take that away from him, and maybe he's done enough to keep MIBR in the game. Dreams of a miraculous comeback alive.
Okay, drift off the site for free for Artazine. See, there's an info ultimate for King available. And there's the ping. He knows that Sato is lingering over towards Boba. And what's King thinking? He out onto the site now, but no, just across the way. Artazine might have heard this though, and yeah, has his crosshair set, but it doesn't matter. King, he's too clean with it.
Placement is crazy.
Smooth as butter. Sato's turned out to step up. Cortezia trying to play up the camera. Oh man, just the gun fights not being won out by these MIBR individuals when it really matters. And now Com's going to give it a tap. King will be the one that starts it and ends it. Poetic indeed. Leviathan absolutely blew MIBR to smithereens. And the storyline coming into this game was that it feels like an inflection point.